We're starting a new segment on Morning Live today with regular contributor Kathy Buckworth. Kathy is a new grandma, and she's going to be our go-to grandma when it comes to advice. You are the most active grandma I know. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think, you know what, it forces you into being active if you weren't before. I have a 10-month-old grandson, and he is everywhere right now. I was hoping to have him on with me today, but we're separating bubbles for a little bit. So I have a picture of him here, of little Owen. And in my 10 months, I have learned, I think, quite a bit about what it's like to be in that grandma space. And I wanted to just share some thoughts because I have a lot of friends who are moving into that space as our millennial children start to have children.
Right. Do you find it's a lot different from parenting?
I do, and that old, saying about when they start crying, you can hand them back. It's so true. So it's lovely. So you get all the fun out of the kids, and what we have to do is really get in there, and you have to, you're crawling on the floor and you're picking them up. And so some of the things I wanted to share today are sort of how to make that transition a little bit better. I'm going to start with, grandmas are supposed to bake cookies all the time. Okay, I didn't do that right away. So what I discovered was this new Pillsbury product, which is eat raw or bake cookies. So you can throw them in the oven. You can little older grandchildren that dip into the bowl, you're not gonna, they're not gonna get sick. Everything is good here. So same recipe, it's just safe to eat raw. So anytime snack with them. And snacks, grandmas are known for providing, this is where we get to spoil them, right? And give them snacks. One of the things I love, I've always loved popcorn, of course, but popcorn's a great snack. Orville Redenbacher, no added preservatives, flavors, colors, healthy. Buy it in the bag already made if you need to, or use an old-fashioned popper. Get the kids over for a movie night. I mean, it's so easy to do, and that's a great grandma activity. But activities, I have toys in my house, and they have some of the same toys at my kid's house for their kid, and some are different. And I think that's important. If they have a favorite toy that's going to comfort them at mom and dad's house, maybe get the same one at your house too, so they can have that sort of comfort toy. But new ones are fun as well, so make sure you have that going on. We also talked about, you know what, you're going to need to lift this baby. He weighs 23 pounds now, my son, and even though I work out every day, I tell you, it's different muscles, it's different things. So if you're a grandparent, I have my yoga blocks, which I need, and some small weights here. You might want to invest in a fitness program if you're preparing to be a grandparent, because you are going to want to be on the floor with them, going out for long walks, lifting them in and out of the crib, the bathtub, whatever, and you are going to feel those aches and pains unless you're ready to do that. So get started right away on something that's going to get you fit for being a grandma.
And I'm thinking even the yoga blocks are a good idea for when you're sitting on the floor with them all the time, right? Because it's kind of a little bit easier to get up if you got a yoga block that you're sitting on. I don't even have grandkids, and I know this.
Yeah, but you have cats. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I do use these to sit on too, and you want to make sure you have that safe space for them to play on, but also, a safe space for you to sit down and be able to get up again. You might want to practice that before you have the kids over. And another thing, I just have some diapers and wipes and a little baby monitor here. You want to make sure that you actually have some supplies in the house. Sometimes I get called on to babysit, and they're not sure how long they're going to be. They're both working, they're out of the house, and it's really hard. So you want to make sure that you have the supplies here, so they're not racing back, or you're not, especially right now, having to race out of the store at the last minute. So keep those supplies on hand, so it's super easy for them to drop off. It's super easy for you to take care of. I actually wrote an article, it's on my website at kathybuckworth.com, about all of these tips in terms of preparing to be a grandparent. A lot of them are inclusive of, don't say this, because it's so easy for us to say, well, when you were kids, here's what we did. And that's not helpful. I've discovered that. So what's helpful is listening to them, taking in a lot of new parenting techniques, and really sort of going along with what they want to do with the baby, because it's their baby. It's not yours. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, you'd like it to be yours again, but
oh my gosh,
I have a ton of respect for what you've done too. We've got about 20 seconds left here within your bubble. You have been so safe with that, and I think that's something right now that grandparents are having to deal with: the pandemic, their safety, the child's safety as well. So, Kathy, thanks for being our go-to grandma.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Annette. I appreciate it.